All right, we are here with a bit of commentary. This is the kind of final weekend of the season of League, and this is a D match between TheXtrategist and AndersGorling. One of the highlight matches of the weekend, so to say. Sorry, they started a bit early, so I gotta set up my stuff here. Um, this is AndersGorling's first League season, which is interesting. Uh, and they've gone 17-7 so far, which is pretty dang good for a first league season in D. And then Strategist here has done 19-5. Strategist is a decently long time player, C, D, and E regular. Hasn't stayed in C for very long though, but any chance to get back in C is always worth it. So what that means is that these are the top two players in the division, and they are battling for first place, the promotion to C. Anders needs to win 4 here, and if he wins 4, they get a promotion to C because they tie Strategist for win rate, but they of course win the match against them individually. Strategist needs to get 2.5 here, and if they get that, then they clutch the C promotion. So it's pretty important. All right. So what do we got here on this board? We've got Demand. None of them have the 5-2. We have Stampede. We've got Tanuki and Vampire and Hunting Party and Stables. A lot of good 5s. They both open double silver. I think Island on the 4 trashing Hovel is definitely the right play. I think Tracer's right about that. That feels instant to me as well. Island trashing the Hovel, and you can set aside your Overgrown or even a Copper with it in the next shuffle. Like, yes, hitting 5 is important here, because then you can take Vampire, and you can take Tanuki, you can take Hunting Party, Stables. All of them are really good. But yeah, Crafters Guild. The favorites come from Contract here, so you're probably not playing with it, in all honesty. Plus Buy is also non-existent here. There is Haggler gains. Okay, there's Demand Island. Interesting. For a strategist who misses 5 here because of that. Anders just takes the easy Vampire, but also misses 5 turn 4, so okay, maybe Strategist is actually ahead then because they're down 2 cards in their deck and up 2 VP, although they also are down to Vampire, so it's a trade-off for sure. Strategist takes a Minstrel, so does Anders, makes sense. You're not going to want tons of villages here. I guess a couple Hagglers aren't going to hurt, maybe a Tanuki or 2. Maybe you can get away with the Haggler for gold stuff and then Tanuki the golds into provinces. Ideal. But you really want to start drawing up a Stables and Hunting Parties first before you get too much villages going away. Alright, so Famines, whatever. We'll see what 5 they take. They take a Hunting Party. I would be inclined to take a Tanuki first, I think, as Anders, especially considering you haven't trashed here. But I suppose it's not that very good against Shelters, because you can do them in just like silvers and stowaways, and that's like kind of whatever. So maybe it's better to do a Hunting Party there. I definitely think Hunting Party is a better pickup than Stables at this point. I mean, Hunting Party does have an anti-synergy with Shelters because it's more unique, so you don't want to pick up. But even then, it's probably better. Strategist is thinking about what to do with 6 money here. I like taking a Vampire for Strategist here. You don't have one yet. Excuse me. Feels like it's a do thing. You need Bat the Trash Coppers. No, they take. Oh, they do have a Vampire. Sorry, I missed that. Okay, so take Hunting Party. That makes sense then as well. I wouldn't hate another island here for Strategist. Just thinning is winning here. I don't think it hurts. They do have a Bat coming in. Okay, Trashers their silver for Anders. That's not that important. It's not great to have your silver trashed, but overall, there's worse things. What do I take here? Another Hunting Party? Tanuki? Haggler? I think all of them are reasonable options. Count is not on my radar. You have Bat trashing. What are you taking account for? More Minstrels. I would just discard Necropolis here, yeah. Alright. Alright, so there's your count. Are you gonna top deck your silver here and trash 3 coppers? Is that your plan? It's okay. You did miss your Bat here, I guess, so that's fair. Okay, now Anders is the island thing. All right. So yeah, Necropolis is going to really get in the way of your minstrels. So I would bat the Necropolis here, honestly. The actions aren't that big of a deal. Probably picking up another silver here as strategist because you're a bit worried about econ. You definitely want a haggler ASAP now. Just because it's the terminal silver, and it's also going to get you minstrels and stuff. We're going stowaways as a strategist. I don't know about that. I don't love it. You have draw here for days. Stowaway isn't exactly the most exciting thing. And the only durations it can act off of are itself and contract. So I'm not too excited about that. Alright. So Anders draws their island in their night phase, which is not great for them. So they're playing fast here, so I'm having a bit of trouble keeping track on who has what. But I think their decks are pretty similar, except that Treasures has a stowaway, and I think Anders has a stables. Treasures has 2 hunting parties and a count. That feels right. Treasures is thinner because of the count. Like what do you do with the count in this hand? Nothing really works for it here. You don't even have plus buy, so the +3 coins isn't that big of a deal here. You don't want to trash your hand, obviously. I don't really know what you're doing here. Discard copper, silver, take 3 coins. So it's basically a nothing anyways, because you already had 5 money. It was the equivalent of nothing. Alright, diluted. Might not hurt Anders as much anymore, considering that one of his silvers got trashed. They have other ones, yeah. Alright, island top. That's true. Wandering Minstrel Night cards is not exactly great. Alright, I would island a copper here and trash your coppers and just kind of admit to yourself that you can't buy anything. Because it's better to thin 3-4 cards than it is to buy a 5 here for sure. And then I think I'm taking a haggler here with the vampire as Anders. Copper to curse means probably nothing for strategist. They're probably drawing it this turn and just trashing it with bat. Yes. So now they have the haggler. So they can do something. I really want a tanuki soon. You can turn your extra 4 costs and stuff you get into more important things. The extra 4 costs coming from haggler and all that. That feels like the best way to do it because there's minstrels are fine, but they're not the be-all end-all here, like they sometimes are. So I'm happy to trash them into golds, trash them into other 5s, trash them into whatever. The other option, of course, is you go for province stuff eventually, and you just start golding provinces. But I want Tanuki here. Is my point. Top deck of minstrel for 3 coins, sure. And then actually you can take province gold here. I wouldn't, but you could. Province Tanuki is probably better. Yeah, their deck's pretty thin at this point. I don't know if I like that stowaway at all. Still, it's just such a weird take to me. I don't hate the early province here because this is a single buy board. You really want to be consistently provincing at least once every turn. This could be also province second haggler with the intent to go like province gold tanuki next turn, which I could see a point for. I could see a reason to do that. Yeah, province second haggler. Okay, I understand the plan here. All right, Anders is almost drawing deck at this point. Probably going to miss everything with your hunting party there. Yeah, that's the problem with having coppers in your deck like this with hunting parties. They're just going to skip over them at the end. Especially with stables, actually. It's a weird anti-synergy. Second haggler feels very aggressive. A little bit, yeah. I hope the plan is Tanuki. I hope the plan is to take province, gold, Tanuki, and then you start doubling because you take a province and you buy a province and you Tanuki a province every turn. I think TheXtrategist might actually be a little bit terminal limited when it comes to that stuff. Like, that's 2 Hagglers and a Tanuki has 4 actions. I think they only have 2 Minstrels. Miserables, whatever. Well, okay, no, hold on. Miserable isn't whatever. In a single province game, it can be important. Anders takes province Haggler as well. Into stables. Yeah, this count is going to get in the way. Actually, if you buy a Tanuki here, you can just trash the count into something better. Yeah, oh, you're not even hitting 8 here unless you're playing the count. So either they can play the count in province and then take probably like Tanuki Gold or maybe Tanuki Minstrel or something reasonable, or you can play the stowaway here and take like Gold Tanuki Minstrel, which is also reasonable, I think. The problem is you're behind on VP at that point. I think you probably really want a province here. Yeah, I think I'm okay. They're playing the Hagglers. Buy province, trigger stowaway. With what? Are you getting another contract? You're getting another stowaway? I don't really want another one of either of those. Okay. That's what they're doing. You need a Tanuki. It's like stowaway is not my priority here at all. It feels like one of those things he wanted to take because it felt better than a silver, but it really wasn't. There's just too much power here that I don't think stowaway's that good. If there's more durations, if there was like barge on this board or something, or like some duration, like Haunted Woods, some duration draw that was relevant to the engine, I could see taking a stowaway with the intent of reacting them. But all the draw here is non-duration, so you're not taking a contract anytime soon. Like, yes, it's a village, but another vampire. Really? What are you batting with that? You have to trash some stuff. That's the problem with vampires. It demands a sacrifice. Alright. Interesting to play your Haggler before your stables there. That's a weird order from Anders. Play your draw before your payloads, kids. I guess was the point. No, you had a hunting. Yeah, because you had 2 stables in hand, so you weren't playing it to get rid of the hunting party. Like, if the intent was to hunting party up stables, I would understand it, but that wasn't what happened there. Alright, so they got double bat here, so they can trash 2 coppers and get some good stuff. I like where they're at here. If they take Gold Tanuki, I feel very confident about their chances of winning this game. They're still up in action, too, which is really nice, which means they can take a Tanuki and still deal with it. They're taking a gold. The fact that we haven't had no Tanukis taken is interesting. What do they take? Hunting party. I mean, okay, I don't like it, but I understand. Hunting party's not a bad card. It's just not the best, I don't think, here anymore. There's worse things you could have taken. You could have taken a stowaway. This is a tough spot for a strategist here. I don't really know what. Yeah, this is an odd one. Okay, so they make a discard happen. Yeah. Okay, so again they miss 8 here. They have to put the count. That's fine. Yet again, I am recommending that they take a Tanuki. You don't need draw for Tanuki. That's the great part. Tanuki is always on the bottom of your deck. If it was regular remodel, I could see your point, but Tanuki is eternal. And it's just a really nice way, and you can trash your count into something better, and you can trash your stowaways into 5s, and you can trash your bats when you're going to get them next turn. Yeah, it's about piling, it's about provinces, absolutely. More hunting party. Yeah, the fact that neither of them have a Tanuki is crazy to me. There's a reason that Hardbot on the Steam version of this game loves it so much. instead of draw. Sure, there's an opportunity cost there. But, I don't know, you're getting a lot of 5s here. Hunting parties in a couple stables shouldn't be that bad. You also took a count instead of it. Like, I don't know. 2 cards that gain you a province next turn feels pretty good to me. Envious. Yeah, I mean, Envious would be tough. I guess if you have to play the gold, which you probably do. But imagine if Anders had a Tanuki here. They could just trash the gold of the province and not worry. Okay. Or do they take Province Hunting Party? I want... Yes. Yes, one should really be Tanuki. I've been saying it for the past 4 turns. Okay, a Hunting Party. And hey, Tanuki, let's go. Huge. And Anders dudded hard. Oof. That's unfortunate. Again, if they have the Tanuki here, they could have at least trashed the gold in the province. Just saying. Because Ikratos doesn't have a double province threat because they don't have a gold. Charges also put the dud hard. Yep. Yep, you're very much right. Ikratos could mill here. I don't know if that's the best play, but I mean... Yeah. Sure they can. Yeah, absolutely they should mill. Because that way they're threatening double profits next turn. They're sitting on 4 money. I would probably just trash the stowaway with that. Having a vampire is more useful than having 2 cards next turn, I think. You could also turn bat into stowaway and with Tanuki, but I don't love that. I think I'd probably mill here, and you put on the pressure to Anders to try to double, and you can't really double, so you have to go Dutchy dancing and stowaway trash haggle to bat. Oh, interesting. I like that idea. They took an island instead of the stowaway thing. I don't love it, but I still think Ikratos is a little bit ahead here. I mean, Anders... Yeah, but just because they have the Tanuki. Alright. Alright, Anders is having a good turn this turn. Skipping over stables. Oh yeah, do they do that? No? I don't believe so. Discard a stables early on. Yeah. I guess they wanted to keep the silver in hand. With the WM top deck. The Minstrel top deck. Oh. Yeah, I didn't. That's a weird choice. That might have been just a miscalculation from their part. Oh, we're just not playing the stables. I guess we're not triggering the shuffle. That makes sense. All right. So, if Anders takes Tanuki gold here, oh no, you're not. You're not buying province. You're too scared to buy province, which I guess that's fair, because Ikratos is threatening to mill and province, which would do it. Ooh, double Tanuki for Anders. Now they step it up. Okay. Top deck's a copper here. I think I'm happy to take more draw now as Anders. They have double Tanuki and golds. Buy gold, haggle Tanuki, vampire, duchy. I'm not super enthused about duchy yet. As they take a duchy, just because it's like it's if you can triple province, you just win. Yeah, I think triple provincing is what you should be aiming for. Duchy is I'm not gonna be able to win next turn, so I need to take some VP so you don't have a chance of winning next turn. But I like just leaving the triple threat open here and taking more draw, more econ. You have 2 tanukis now, and you have 2 golds, right? So triple is there. So what you need is just more draw. Yeah, that's true. Strategist is which they could draw. Okay, this is still not looking great for a strategist. I mean, you gotta play Hunting Party here, yeah? You have 2 minstrels on top. You're gonna skip one with Hunting Party, but you can't really do anything about that. Alright. So, yeah, overall, not the best ever job here from a strategist deck. I don't even know what you do here. You could count for duchy, you could island inside a province, you could mill, but I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, you're discarding your silver. Why do you care which order you reveal these in? Just discard them. I'm assuming he's thinking about what to do next, but he's just got this minstrel option up. Ooh, which one do you want on top? Hunting Party or... You try to pick a thing with count before Hunting Party. Turn functions. Anders, I think, has the theoretical possibility of tripling. I think they have enough hagglers and silvers in the deck. It's probably possible. Is it likely? Is a different question. I still might double even if I'm them, though. Like, it's... 3 villages. Yes? They have at least... They have at least 2 of them, obviously. Two hagglers to province, maybe. Okay, and the tanuki for strategists. Okay, so they're going to have to discard a gold here to their stables, which is unfortunate, and they just dudded. Yeah. What do you do here? You can double tanuki mill, but that's not going to be good. Bat a silver, buy nothing. Oh, and a haggler. Interesting. Okay, so they're keeping tanukis on the bottom of their deck for next turn, which I kind of get, but of course you've already seen one of your golds, so you need to be a little bit concerned about what else you're tanukiing. If Strategist has a tanuki in hand, I didn't see how that happened. I guess they just drew it. This is looking pretty good. I don't know what the fact they have no golds is a bit concerning. Piles here aren't very threatening. 2 hunting parties, 5 minstrels, 6 hagglers, 6 tanukis. Yeah, nothing feels that important. 5 islands, I guess. Is it close to a win? Oh, because they have double mill. Oh, double mill. 6, 7, 1, 2. Oh, it's very close. 3, 6. Oh yeah, no, it's there. Double tanuki, count, haggler. It's there. Nice find from strategist there. Double mill. The second tanuki last turn won them the game. All right, strategist has taken 1. They are 40% of the way there to clinching the division. Okay, what do we got here? We got a footpad game. Anything with footpad that's interesting? Enlarge does it. Nothing else, though? I don't believe so. That's boring. Anders is sitting here with a 5-2. That's not bad. I got another haggler game here. Draw, we have Barge and Swashy. We've got Village and Mastermind, Shanty and Snowy. We've got some good VP here. We've got some good Econ. This is very buildable. The problem, of course, is that it's hard to trash here. Your only trashing is enlarge. You also have Peril, Flute. But I don't really know what you're trashing with Peril. Like, maybe if you have extra Shanties. I don't know. Opens enlarge. I like the enlarge open here. I think it's pretty good. You could borrow for Shanty as Anders. And then if you don't see your enlarge, you're fine. If you do see your enlarge, that's okay because you can probably Peril your Shanty. That feels okay to me. If you don't see either, you don't see either. But I mean, borrow does decrease the chance you're going to see your enlarge turn 3. I guess it's getting greedy. On the 3/4 here, I'm probably taking Shanty Silver. Maybe I guess you can. Oh, you can do the same thing. You can just borrow for a 5 because you have the 3/4. Yeah. Strategist just has to borrow for it, where Anders doesn't have to borrow if they don't want it, but they're taking it. Oof, enlarge with no estates. That's unfortunate. That's really sad. Yeah, so they both open it. The Strategist sees absolutely nothing. Oh, and then the shuffle's going to trigger for Anders. They're going to trash an estate, they're going to draw a card with Footpad, and then Shantytown's going to trigger the shuffle for them, which is not ideal. I might consider not playing the Shanty here. Maybe just Peril it. I could see definitely that being the play. You could also just borrow for a 5 cost here. Because I really don't want to trigger the shuffle. Yeah. Periling it. Staff. Pretty solid. Alright. Strategist has a nice little draw here. Enlarge their estate into Shanty. I think that's a copper down there for Strategist, so it should hit 5 this turn. What do you take on your second 5 here? Maybe a Swashy, maybe a Barge, maybe if... I don't know, I think it's too early for Mastermind. You can definitely miss with Mastermind pretty easily in these decks so far. I don't mind taking Shanties. I think Shanties are better than Snowies overall here. I guess the other option is Silver for Strategist, which isn't a terrible idea either. It does help you hit 5 more. This is an awkward board just for the fact that Enlarge is like the only way to trash here, but it's also kind of terrible with like coppers here. Like you have to do copper to estate. It just doesn't really work out the way you want it to. Oh, they're just periling their Shanty again. No regard for Shanty life there. It's just nope. I want loot. They take a hammer, which is not great here, honestly. It's okay, I guess. You can probably gain Shanties with it. But there's some better cards here for sure. Figurehead's probably pretty solid on this board because you do have plus buy and Barge and Snowy. Alright, another Peril here for Strategist. Yeah. Sextant. That's probably solid. Double Shanty. Wow, we're going all Shanties all the time here. I think you have to take the estate here as a Strategist. I mean, maybe you can trash Shanty into a 5 here and hope you draw it or something. But I don't know. It's risky. I guess you do trigger a shuffle here without 4 coppers in it, no matter what you do, so that's not terrible. Anders has 3 estates in deck, and Strategist has 0. Worth noting. Oh, second enlarge. That's kind of what you wanted to see, honestly. And then you can borrow for whatever. Oh, they took Mastermind. Okay. I would take draw now. I would take Swashy or a Barge, because Mastermind still, yes. There is rumors of Mastermind being turned to non-duration, but it is not that yet. They take a second mastermind. Okay, I guess you can sextant here, set up your mastermind for next turn. I see the world where this works. Yeah, I'd be a little concerned about masterminding an enlarge because you kind of have to trash 3 cards after your starting shuffle next turn. That's okay. Anders takes a snowy and a shanty. Alright, that's a good draw. Okay, they see their... See, yeah, I don't know what you want to mastermind here, really. Do you try to mastermind and then set yourself up like a swashy or something next turn? Or a haggler? Or... Is enlarge fine? You're gonna burn through those estates real quick. Yeah, maybe it's fine. It does replace the card itself. Okay, you're discarding that. I still want draw. Something to draw here would be ideal. Yeah, there's this washi. Yeah, oh, they have double estate down there because they've just trashed a bunch of stuff. Anders enlarges it to a swashbuckler. Just play a shantytown. Hammer for probably another shanty, I'd assume. Probably buy a mastermind here because Anders doesn't have a mastermind yet. Okay, they see the staff here, which is nice. They can play both. Trash the estate into probably a shanty or something, maybe a silver. Trash another estate here. I don't know how this is a question. Because you don't want that. If you trash copper to estate here, you don't want it in your shuffle. Yeah. Okay. That's a bit scary. You could copper to estate here. If you find a shanty, you're set. But you did not find a shanty. Just playing Mastermind again. Yeah, that's probably fair. Swashbuckler is also good with the treasure chest here for golds, because then you can enlarge them into provinces, ideally. I would just take the last shanty here. No, taking a snowy. Well, triple snowy play ain't that bad. There's worse things in life. I think you're playing the enlarge here first, by the way, because enlarge does draw you a card, so I would be playing that one first, just for more information's sake. I guess if you play in your buy phase, it doesn't draw you a card, because flip pad is an action phase, which I guess if you want that, I don't know if you do, probably not. Yeah, there we go. Anders just spotted it. They forgot that staff was in the buy phase. I think it's a very reasonable undo. There's no new information there. I would definitely be accepting this here as TheXtrategist. Should mastermind the enlarge. What? That's not. Oh. Trash staff the province. But they had to play the mastermind that turn as well. They didn't have enough actions to do that without the staff. That wasn't a mastermind coming in. That was a mastermind being played. All right. They're playing the enlarge first before the mastermind play, which is interesting to me. These estates are going down real quick. I would be playing Snowy here with Mastermind. Yeah. Then you can enlarge something, play Swashy. Yeah, the undo there, by the way, should have been they undo the mastermind play in the action phase, and they play on large in the action phase. And then staff the mastermind in their buy phase. No, you don't. Why are you playing your Swashy first? You're not even going to get coffer for it. Alright, trash one of your estates into something better. I don't know. I'm happy trashing copper into a state here. As a strategist, your piles are so low. I'm happy getting those. And I'm happy getting a coffer too. Because ideally here, you know, yeah, get treasure chest. Although it might be too far out of reach. Like, we might just empty Snowies here. And that's it. I don't know what those bottom two cards are. I don't have to notice Snowy. Alright. So 9 coins here. You can definitely peril the Snowy as a strategist here. 7, 8, 9. Like, I could take, like, peril Swashy. Feels fine. I guess the other option is Swashy borrow for something. I don't love borrowing for things when you have masterminds incoming though. I think I like either Swashy borrow for another good 5 cost or Swashy and peril, which they played their Snowy, so I guess we're not doing peril. We're going to Fairgrounds. That's they have 4 VP Fairgrounds already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I guess they do. I still don't love it, but okay. And then there's a mastermind and a large coming in play here, so Anders can immediately mastermind a Swashy, which is pretty dang good for 9 cards and 2 coffers. Second Snowy. I'm just not a fan. Mastermind first for sure. For sure. Give you more options on what to enlarge. What are they doing? No, they're doing the enlarge first. Okay, never mind. I don't know anything then, clearly. Alright. Double. So I took a haggler. That's interesting. Mastermind. Okay, so they drew a deck here. They got a pretty good set of stuff here. The problem is they have 8 starting cards still in their deck. More snowies. I'd be taking province now, I think. I would be worried about that for sure. This is a good draw for... oh, they have Hagler in play too. So yeah, you can take like province, swashy, province, swashy. If you wanted a double province here, you could do it. He also takes fairgrounds, swashy. It's probably reasonable. I just want to make sure that I mastermind a swashy next turn, basically. Yeah. Province, swashy, fairgrounds, mastermind. Okay. They're betting on the fact of the game lasting not only for one more turn for them, but for 2 more turns, which isn't guaranteed. Okay. So the enlarge comes in now, and TheXtrategist is looking at 5 actions, nothing else left for the turn. I'm pretty sure I want more swashbucklers here now. I just like draw. And Anders did find one of their swashies in hand here, although they don't have an enlarge coming in. But that's okay. 9 cards is 9 cards. It's pretty dang good, even without the coffers. What do they do? Shanny to Hagler. Okay. Okay, so this is a good setup draw here for a strategist. You can mastermind a swashy next turn. You can buy another fairgrounds here. And perils will get you more uniques, ideally. You very well could get a 6 VP fairgrounds eventually. $7. I'm taking a fairgrounds here. Well, they discarded their mastermind and the enlarge. Why would they discard those? Those are cards you want to see in your next hand. You know what you're masterminding, so why not keep those in your hand? I don't know. What else here? Yeah, and their fairgrounds. Okay. Alright, now this is looking good for them. Mastermind, swashy here. I would not be surprised if there's a win here. There's a VP lead here for Anders. They've got an enlarge play, they've got a hammer play, they've got 2 snowies and a Hagler. They're trashing a snowy into another swashy. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so they didn't end up getting enough here to pile. But their deck still looks like it's doing well. All things considered, they're hitting high numbers here. They're hitting 16 if they want it with a Hagler in play. Okay, they're hammering for Shantytown. Okay. There's 2 estates left and 4 masterminds. So no, not quite enough to win here. But I do wonder if there's a Worlds. Probably not. I'd be happy to take like Province. You're doing Province Fairgrounds and then some 5s. Another mastermind. You don't need another mastermind unless you're looking to pile. Oh, they're trying to pile. I don't... That's aggressive. That's very aggressive. That's saying to TheXtrategist, I don't think you have the ability to take 2 estates, province, duchy, masterminds next turn, which maybe they don't. I don't know. It's a bit hard to see. Triple playing the Hagler might give them a pretty good chance of being able to pile here. This is very weird. Oh, they're borrowing for 4 fairgrounds, taking another mastermind. Okay, so now the pile out is easier for strategists, but also harder because there's a little more VP to gain. Huh. Interesting. And Uh, yeah, it's not a dud for... Well, no, it's a dud. It's, well, okay, what you can do is you can enlarge a mastermind to a mastermind, and then mastermind the shantytown coming in for Anders here. They played triple swashy, play a snowy. They got 4 actions to win this game. I don't think playing one of them as snowy is going to do that. But, alas, you're looking at 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11 money right now with no coffers. So you couldn't even take double Fairgrounds, because you can also pile on Fairgrounds Mastermind here. I guess you can enlarge a Mastermind into a Fairgrounds, and then you're looking to, I guess, give yourself 6 VP Fairgrounds in some way. That's 4, and then you're looking for 10. I don't know how many. I don't know what the Fairground splits is like right now. This is another 4, so then you're at 18. Estates, 2 estates. This is a 4 VP. I think there's another Fairgrounds down there for a strategist. I don't think they have a province. So if they get to 6 VP Fairgrounds, all their Fairgrounds uptake by 2. That's another 8 VP. So theoretically, yes, if they get to... If they manage to pile Fairgrounds Mastermind here, and they get to 6 VP Fairgrounds, they win. Now, how do they get to that many unique cards? Is a good question. They can take a curse for this. Mastermind Fairgrounds. They're not. They're just going for it. There's a second Fairgrounds. I would enlarge a state to like, or no, you're not state. Enlarge Snowy to Duchy here or something. That feels reasonable to me. You have Snowies. Okay, so yeah, what do you have right now? You have Snowy Shanty. Or do you have any shanties at all? You might not have a shanty. I don't know what that bottom card is. That's the problem. Anyone know what that bottom card is? We've got Snowy, Swashy, Mastermind, Enlarge, Haggler, Sextant, Copper, Silver, Estate, Fairgrounds is 10. Haggler makes 11. So you need 4 extras. If you have a shanty, it's 12, and you need 3. You take a Duchy off the Enlarge, and then you have an 11 money. So you can take, like, Footpad, Curse, and that should do it. Yeah, that should do it, I think. But that's relying on you having Shanty as that bottom card there. If you are shantyless, then life gets a lot harder. Yeah, enlarging Snowy to a 5 cost feels pretty automatic. You get to see what your bottom card is. If it's a shanty, you have the win here. Strategist is really counting, which makes sense. There's a lot to count here. I got enough buys. Copper, silver, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So yeah, Fairgrounds cost 6. It comes with the Mastermind a pile. And then you've got $5 and number of buys. So yeah, you can take a Footpad of just lands a barge and a curse, and that should do it. Okay, Snowy to Duchy. It's a Mastermind on the bottom. I don't think that's here. I don't think it's here. Oh, there's the tie though. Oh no, wait. Or does Curse do it? No, I was gonna say I don't think Curse does it. All right, the tie. Peril. There is maybe a line with Peril there. I didn't think about that. 2 perils. You would need to get rid of your masterminds. It might be tough. I don't know. All right, 1.5 to 0.5 for a strategist. Good spot on the time there. I was very aggressive, Anders. That's hard piling. We got a Shepherd board. Shepherd and Storyteller. You ever wanted to add bad cards to your deck? Well, here's the cards to do it with. And Bank. Even better. In Alliance, there's so many good ways to add bad cards to your deck. So many things it can do for you. Otherwise, you're playing like a Native Village Council Room engine. That's kind of boring. We got another enlarge game. Banquet for Storyteller is low-key wild here on the open. I don't know if I would do it, but it's an option. I think Silver Shepherd's probably safe. 2-5 for Anders here. I mean, you could take an enlarge with the intent of turning coppers into estates. I could see a point for opening a crypt here. There's definitely a world where that's the reasonable take. I honestly, I don't know. Council Room is kind of like if you play it as bad against the Shepherd deck because it's going to give you more consistency as the Shepherd deck. Strategist had a really good draw, by the way. Anders does take the enlarge. Strategist seeing Shepherd and 2 green cards on the top here is quite nice. He hit 5 here. I think you're going to be aiming for Alliance, although you could also aim for Platinum Colony. There's a lot to do here. Enough that I might consider just ignoring the Shepherd deck. Although I guess there's not much trashing here, so if you're going to trash the states, it's not that important. Yeah, you need a lot of native villages and council rooms for your engine to okay, so Anders enlarges the estate to Bard, which means to me they're probably not going for the Shepherd engine. Just want Storyteller. Yeah, I was considering about that, about Banquet for Storyteller on the open for a strategist, or even on a 5-2. Like, Storyteller is, for all its faults, very good at getting through decks with tons of money, and then where it's hard to trash your coppers. Take a native village. Yeah, I kind of like Anders' move here of just disregarding Shepherd. Yeah, Tracer got out of the voice chat for some reason, but he's right. There's nothing here that you really need to trash. You have the 2 cards on the board here that are very good with bad cards in your deck. Ooh, Shepherd nothing. That's unfortunate. No green cards in this hand for a strategist. That's a real Shepherd moment. Been there plenty of times. I wonder about taking a Night Watchman at some point. Or 2, because they're just good at consistency. More silvers. It looks like Anders is just going for money here, which I totally don't blame him. Shepherd into enlarge. Buys back the Shepherd. And look, hey, it's all strategist green cards. Anders plays the Bard over the enlarge there, which is interesting. Takes a Storyteller. River's Gift is pretty solid. Yeah, take a Night Watchman here for sure. Discard everything but the enlarge, I'd say. The Shepherd isn't going to do anything. Nope, he discarded the whole thing, which I don't blame him, actually. Look at all that fitting with Native Village. Oh, he goes for Crypt. Jane Hills will be proud. Yeah, three cards in your Native Village, Matt. Anders, that's pretty good. There's not much top decking synergy here to do with Native Village stuff, but it's there. Silver into Council Room. All right. So just kind of pivoting into the Native Village Council Room thing, I guess. I'm still putting card aside here as Anders. I don't want to... The silver's nice. I don't need it that much. Yep. Just set aside more and more of your cards here. I'm happy to do copper to native village here as a strategist. Feels like you want to... Oh, Night Watchman into a 5 also works, I guess. Okay, we got a storyteller. Alright, more enlarge. Yeah, enlarge in a deck where you want to keep your estates is not usually that good. Native village is an okay 2 cost to get, especially considering it's the only village on this board. It's not that bad, but there's definitely a lot of times on boards where you really don't want to gain the 2 costs from coppers. It's like beggar and herbalist and terrible 2 costs that you don't want tons of in your deck. Or they're kind of underwhelming. They're like pawn, candlestick maker, ducat. They're like, okay, these are 2 cost cards. Whatever. Vagrant, you know. There's a lot of those. There's some good ones. There's encampment. There's patrician. Yeah, but copper into pawn isn't that good. It's compared to like estate into a 4 cost. It's not that good. There's a couple 2 costs out there, like encampment, where I'm like, okay, I get it. Try to think of page maybe. Peasant. It's okay. Like you probably already have a peasant or a page by that point, so I don't know. This is all hypothetical. The crypt of silver, buy a shepherd, trash a copper. Cool. Alright. I think the storyteller crypt deck is set up for success here. As Anders. They have a lot of things set aside. Alright, they're putting everything in hand. I don't know about... Now you have an enlarge. I think you unironically need to enlarge to a crypt here, and then play a bunch of stuff and grab a... Yeah, this is what they're doing. I would boon... I would bard here too, just because if you get Earth's Gift... Okay. 8, 10. They can... Anders can hit Alliance here. I don't know if you want Alliance here, but you can. But no, you want to play your treasures here and get to your crypt. I don't actually know if there's how many cards they have down there. They have the crypt. They have an estate and a pasture down there. I think that's it. So maybe you just don't play any treasures. I mean, 3 cards, yeah. Yeah, you don't play the copper there. You just draw up to your crypt. You buy a... Or I guess you have a pasture down there, so it's fine. Should be able to hit 7 still, because my thought is bank. I guess you do want a council room, but you can probably enlarge into it. Yeah. Not quite enough for platinum. But bank is pretty damn close to platinum style. And yeah, you can enlarge a silver or something into council room here if you need plus buy. Yeah, I like where Ender's deck is at. Yep, I agree. Bank is the play here, Molo. Yep. Not... I guess you... Crypt doesn't force you to put aside every treasure you haven't played. Do they know that? Because Crypt is one of those cards you don't play with tons super often. You get to choose how many treasures you put aside. So you can play your pasture and not, but whatever. Alright, more draws, good. And actually, what did you draw? Oh, copper, okay. But yeah, you can do a lot here with bank. I would pick up and just like take it off the top, pick off from the mat with native village here, shepherd stuff, and then probably enlarge and then shepherd. Yeah, enlarge to like. You can enlarge to bank here, or enlarge silver to crypt. Because the credit is to try and build the same deck while also keeping their pasture stuff around, which I respect. I don't know how good that's going to be, but they're thinking here. Storyteller to expand. Oh, not bank. I did not expect that. And they did not draw their expand. Oh, there it is. That'll do the trick. That's fine. I don't really know what they're planning to use that expand for, but sure. Sure, I guess, because they're clearly not stretching their estates. Because estate into 5 is a really good thing to do with expand. I mean, here you're taking storytellers, I guess council rooms. Copper and Night Watchman or silver is like very mediocre. Where do you enlarge into bank is an option? Okay, they're doing estate into council room. They're giving up on their shepherd stuff. I'm probably not playing this enlarge here for duration balance sake, and also because I don't want to have a 3-card hand next turn. Silver into gold, gold into platinum, platinum into colony. It's a long way away. You can also enlarge the platinum into colony. Like, I guess I can understand if you're alliancing and then you're expanding the golds into platinum. There's something there. But estate into bard. And then just buys a gold. Okay, I don't like those. Whatever that was, I don't like it. That was strange. I would go silver to council room here. I think. Well. Because you do want plus buy here. But you've only got 3 cards of draw here. I guess you only have 5 cards in your deck. There's a couple native villages down there. Yeah, you're probably able to do that. Now we're going estate into silver. Okay. I still want plus buy, but whatever. Wisp is nice. It's nice enough. It's fine. Not super inspiring. Keeping the Wisp aside for next turn. That makes sense. $9. If only you had plus buy here. Platinum. Platinum over bank is insane to me. Like, you just got $5 from your bank, and now you're buying a card that gives you only $5. That can't be right. Wow, imagine you had expanded that estate into a storyteller last turn instead of extending it into a bard. Just saying. Platinum's okay, but it's not bank. Like, I guess you can use it as storyteller food more than anything. I guess that's the play, because bank you can't really do that with. All right. I'd be playing platinum here and then nothing else, and then you just, yeah, okay. So you need native village first, and then you can enlarge something. Sun's Gift, sure. I would have enlarged first here. You really want to pick up whatever you enlarge into. Yeah, like the plus buy. You could also not play to that. You could just shepherd the pasture and then redraw in the council room. So I think that was wrong order there. Another platinum, that's fine. Again, I really want banks here of platinum, but fine. They cost more money, so they must be better, right? Alright, so Strategist has a turn going now. Alliance. Yeah, I don't hate Alliance there. I think Anders probably does need another storyteller if they're going to Alliance, because they're going to get a thicker deck, and you need more reliability with that. Two native villages on Matt. 3, 4. So TheXtrategist won the native village split already, and there's still one left in the pile. Yeah, we can see every native village right now that's currently, all 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, yeah. Starting a native village in hand, they had a turn. Yes. Yes, I mean, that's the idea with Native Village Council Room, right? Is that you want to have those two things in your starting hand. With any Village Smithy deck, that's kind of the idea. Because it is the equivalent of Village Smithy with a plus buy, right? It's Village Barge and draw. Except it gives your opponent a card. And I guess Native Village just gives you cards when you pick up, obviously. So it's a trade-off. It's pretty close to equivalent, though. Expand's so awkward here. Nothing really seems appetizing to expand into. Like, I want a bank as a strategist, but there's no good 4 costs to expand into. I actually might have trashed the Shepherd here, because you are out of estates. So, I might have considered that at some point here. I guess keeping it around for later is probably fine, but eh. You could also expand gold to platinum here. Keep it simple. It feels reasonable to me. You're a storyteller first. Yeah, you did not. Or no, that was 3 cards. Yeah. Yeah. That was well timed on their part. I really do like these crypts from Anders. Is it worth native Night Watchman here? Just put a Shepherd on top, a bunch of green every turn. I mean, that's the ideal. Is it going to happen? I don't know. Okay, so they enlarge into bank here, which feels fine. They're playing this round instead, which I don't hate that. They've got 14. Okay, so you can double bank here, and you're looking pretty set for overall here. You got a lot of native villages, a lot of council room, 2 storytellers. You've got some draw here. You got some serious draw to help you out with these extra banks. Okay, bank, council room, native village, also fine, and you did it anyways. That's unfortunate. That's actually very sad. 2 of your council rooms on top. You've won the native village split 7-3. So 7 of the 17 cards are native villages. That's an unfortunate dud. Okay, so Anders does crypt stuff, enlarges into a storyteller. I think the general rule is always play Wisp before Smithy, yeah? Because if it reveals a card costing 2 or less, it's a worse card. Then you don't want to draw it. Okay, keep your storyteller on Matt. I like this setting up native village thing that they're doing as well. Man, imagine these platinums for banks. How crazy would that be? You definitely got an alliance here, I think. Nope, you're just taking double colony. Okay. It's okay. I mean, you're making your deck come to a screeching halt, but yeah, you're worried about piles, I guess. I could see colony council room there. I could see colony alliance. I could see colony many things. I think there's bit colony bank. There's definitely things to do there. Yeah, bank colony, says Malo. I think there's a lot of more option there than just double colony. You see, oh, I have 22 money, let me double colony, and just meh. Oh, somehow TheXtrategist drew a native village, which is huge. I guess they played their council room. I missed that, but that was very clutch for a strategist drawing a native village. Yes, very friendly council room there. I like touching the copper here. I don't know what else you're really doing. You need your villages. You're probably going to draw another village, so you probably want to keep your council rooms around. Bank to platinum makes no sense. Yeah, copper to estate. Pasture to shepherd. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen in my history of Dominion. That's crazy. That's a new one. I've never seen anyone remodel their pasture into a shepherd. Because they're normally so synergistic. Why are you taking another shepherd here? You have no green cards in deck. What are you doing with that? If you could expand a shepherd into bank here, and that's pretty good. Yeah, exactly. There's no green to discard, so why are you taking shepherds here? At least a bard has some theoretical utilization if you just want a 4-cost to expand. Yeah, I don't know why the shepherd there. That feels so strange. Expand the shepherd into bank here. Because banks are worth like 7-ish each. Terrible native village set aside. I missed that. Set aside a native village set. What about it? There's 3 native villages set aside? Am I missing something? Yes. Oh, I see. Just what they happen to have on Matt right now. Yeah. Triple native village on Matt is not ideal. But I think that's whatever. I mean, you definitely want to pick him up before the start of your next turn. Like, you need to here with this native village, because otherwise you've only got 4 villages in your whole deck. And if you see a village, then great. You have all the villages you could ever want. But you need to see a village, so that's very shaky. So yeah, I'll be picking them up here, just so you can make sure you have them in your next shuffle. But yeah, I'm actually thinking, like, I want to expand Shepherd. You could maybe expand Shepherd to expand, and then redraw the next Shepherd and expand that one into a bank. That could be okay. There's been some interesting decisions in this game. And Shepherd into council room. Okay. And now you can't do anything with this extra draw you have. That was not a good plan. Nope, don't like that one at all. I get it, you want to draw. That's not a bad thing. But you need econ here, and now you're sitting at what, like 16 money or something? Like, it's not going to be great. Yeah, 18. It's fine. I kind of like Alliance here, honestly. Bank Alliance sounds good to me. You have so much overdraw here that you didn't use. Imagine if this was a bard, by the way, the shepherd. You could have done something with it, anything with it at all. Most boons are going to be decent here. You know, either you get Forest Gift or Fields, or you can get Rivers, or you can get Mountains is probably fine. I would take Skies here. You could Earths and grab another. You could grab a nice Watchman. You could grab another Bard. You could grab a Silver. All reasonable takes. There's many things you could do with a Bard in this hand that you couldn't do with a Shepherd. And it's an extra 2 coins on top of that. I like Alliance here for a strategist. You need to build bigger. And it's more VP than Colony anyways, because its states are worth 2, so it's 11 VP as opposed to 10. And you get more treasures for your banks. And you can trash your duchy into something if you want. Like, there's many things you can do with that, and I think your deck can support it. You just had a terrible draw off the top here that you got saved with the council room, but it was unlucky. It's not supposed to, you're not looking at a deck here that is supposed to dud. Storyteller Silver ×2. Nah. What do you need more Storytellers for? You're already totally fine on draw. You're looking at like 6 cards of overdraw there. This is probably just playing both platinums here as Anders, and just drawing your deck. Maybe you could play one. They could do platinums, copper, and draw like most of your deck. That feels reasonable as well. Yeah. Okay. There's a bank here. There's an enlarge down there, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, a bard and enlarge. So like, I like the crypt. I'm just not certain that you want it right now on this turn. Keeping more money in deck is good. What did... Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. I tried to end up going a double bank silver overall, which is like, it's fine. It'll do. It'll give you econ. Here I'm probably enlarging something. I just don't know what. You could also just bard first, and it'll be fine, like mountains or skies. And then that's a pretty good enlarged target. Yeah, all of a sudden, TheXtrategist is looking way ahead. That's not the ideal boon for right now. Like, there's 5 banks taken, and TheXtrategist has 4 of them. Like, Anders has two platinums, yes, but it's just not nearly as good as the bank, in my opinion. Like, this bank coming up here for Anders is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 money. It's a platinum and a gold combined. Okay, not playing the enlarge here. But buys another one. Are you trying to mill? Is that your plan? Maybe. Enlarge colony to colony, enlarge colony to colony. I see a world where that's the play, I guess. If you can double and then double mill next turn, you're looking pretty set up. Yeah. But then, I mean, if that happens, as a strategist, I'm just going to start alliancing. Okay. Well, Anders is not looking at a village right now. Oh, there we go. Council room saves the day yet again. Alright, set aside all your stuff. Expand your shepherd into a bank. Quad colony is not safe here. You need more than that. You do have an enlarge down there, yeah? Oh, you have another council room. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of money here. I would definitely be counting it out, I guess, before I just jump into taking bank here. 7, 8, 9 bank. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. If you take another bank here as a 10 bank, and then you have 34 coins. 17 times 2, yeah. Which is not enough. Okay. Expand your shepherd. Every treasure you have down there is worth an extra 3 coins. Oh, they had another bank. You could enlarge Storyteller to another bank here. That might be it. And then draw it with Storyteller. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right now they're worth 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be worth 12, right? So it'd be 3 times 19, which is 58. And it's there. Yeah, this is here. 5 colonies are here. The power of bank. If a strategist sees this, they win the division. Which I'm assuming they're counting it out right now. I would assume they see it. It's not hard to see, you just have to count it. It's 58 coins, no? Which is 50... Did I get that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. The last bank, and also all the money from copper, silver, and gold. Which I completely forgot to count. I was just counting the banks. Yeah, this is here. Cool. They saw it. Well done. 17, 25, 34, 44. Oh yeah, 67. Flying colors. Nice. Well played. Alright, and TheXtrategist has secured their spot in C next season. For that win. They're up 2.5 to 0.5. So, well, good job to them. Maybe I'll see them next season. Okay. Well, we got both players have 5-2 here. Got another tanuki board. We got a monkey board. Tanuki lackeys feels pretty automatic to me. Sentinel, monk, you have 4 fewer cards in hand. Yeah, Tanuki's pretty dang good. Innovation feels okay here. You are villageless. So what you could do, I guess, is Tanuki stuff into merchant or lackeys or whatever. But you are going to want to trash those eventually. Like, you have contract as a village. That's true. You're right. Contract's a village. Am I getting it here, though? Probably not. Like, I want to play with a pair of monkeys and a Tanuki and do lackeys things until they run out. Yes, Piazza and Innovation are definitely villages that I'd be more inclined to take here. There's not really much you can do to set up Piazza. That's okay. Anders takes a Treasurer, which I think is it's a solid 5 to open. But it's not incredible. I'm taking lackeys here without a second thought. As a strategist, it's lackeys. Yes, I'd assume they're trying to hit innovation, and then you can inno Tanuki, you can inno Monkey, you can inno Sentinel. All things you're happy to innovate. Probably not touching Trickster here. The curses don't seem that important. But even Tanuki, just to change like Copper to Lackeys, is super solid. But then again, last time we had Tanuki on this match, we discovered that neither player values Tanuki all that highly until it really matters. Okay, Cardiff takes the Lackeys. And what are they taking as their 5? That is the question. If Anders sees the Treasurer here, they can hit Inno. Yeah, I'm on Team Tanuki here on the open, but I understand taking Treasurer, especially in response to your opponent taking Treasurer, because it's a lot hard to hit 6 with Treasurer when you're not taking the key. Like on this hand here, like if Anders draws Treasurer Copper, they can trash a Copper and take Innovation. But they need to bottom deck their 2 estates, and it's a lot of luck based things to hit 7 here. So Treasurer as a response to key makes sense to me for a strategist now. But I'm probably still doing Tanuki. And then with Lackeys too, like you see Lackeys on turn 3, you play your Tanuki, and then you trigger another shuffle. So you get to play your Tanuki again turn 4 too. Strategist takes the Treasurer though. Anders misses the Treasurer. Takes an easy 5, and they're looking at $5 down there too. Amazing how that happens. They may have hit 5 twice, but as they didn't hit 6, which is actually pretty bad. Hitting 4 for a strategist here is not great either. Trickster? No. Absolutely not. Okay, so I think a strategist is hitting 6 here. Anders just going to trash a Copper. Yeah, you're just going to take the key here and Innovation, I would assume. No, you're trashing your Copper here. You're not. What? Really? You're not taking Innovation here? It's so good, though. Sentinel, Monkey, Tanuki, another Treasurer. Okay, there's Tanuki at least. Alright. I might consider not playing the Treasurer this turn, saving, because you're not playing all of them, so I don't want to draw the Treasurer with my Lackeys. Yeah, figured it was order. Not taking Innovation for 6 last turn is crazy. Oh, you do want to play both of them. What? You spent Fellowship. Ah. Okay. I wouldn't hate estate to Monkey here. Buy Lackeys or something as a strategist. I really just want Innovation. Like you had Inno here, you could have just like bought a Monkey and played it. You know how good that is? It's so good. Estate to Lackeys. Yeah, it's possible. Hey, look, it's Innovation again, and this time you get the trash of Copper too. No, what are you doing? You're playing. Oh, okay. Whew. No, don't trash more Coppers. What are you doing? Sentinel. Fine. Trash your estates. That's okay too. That's a lucky Sentinel draw there, for the record. Contract. Hey, there's your village. Oh, we might have a bit of a delay here if they Yep, alright, cool. So this is the last game I'm commentating for this one. Only getting the first 4 games of this match, I guess, but oh well. Sunday also works for me a little bit. Thank you, Monster Cheese, for that wonderful static. Oh, they're gone. Sunday, same time. Okay, whatever. Okay, what have they actually been doing here? Curse to lackeys, contract, set of lackeys. Still no innovation. Takes a monkey. Imagine if you had innovation there. You could have just played the monkey. Crazy thoughts. Merchant. Sounds like desperation. Okay. Tanuki the estate. Play treasurer. Sure, that works. Buy innovation. Take the key. It's disgustingly good here. Oh my goodness. I don't get it. Innovation is one of those cards that people overbuy. Because it's just exciting. It's fun. I don't know why they're so convinced it sucks here. TheXtrategist has a monkey. You can tanuki copper to lackeys here if you want. Yeah, Piazza's also fine. Like, I don't hate Piazza here either. I want innovation first, but Piazza's not a bad thing here at all. Stay to lackeys. Play your monkey, contract your... Oh, okay, no. Alright, yet again, innovation is possible here. I don't think you're going to do it because... Oh no, you are going to... You're setting aside your monkey to play it next turn? Is that what's happening here? That's a strange decision. I would have rather contracted the treasurer, but if you're taking innovation here, I won't blame you. Okay, takes the key. Oh, you're taking province? Is that what's happening here? No. Instead of trashing a copper, you took the key back. Weird. Okay. I don't like it. Yes, contract over Piazza or innovation is bananas. Agreed. I don't think contract's that bad here. You can get away with a couple contracts in your deck, but get innovation first. There's also only one monkey bought at all. Okay, so here's innovation again. You have 6 money, contract 2 lackeys, buy innovation. Copper to lackey. Alright, fine. You still have 6 money. That's still very reasonable. Nope. You're just gonna keep on playing lackeys. Cool. Are we gonna do innovation now? Nope. Why are we so anti-innovation? I don't get it. Yeah, the treasurer take key at the start of your turn and then activate key. That's cute. It's fun. Alright, finally a tanuki for Anders. Alright, so we're sitting at a lot of money here. Hey, you know what would be great if you had innovation here? You could tanuki a lackeys into a monkey and then still buy province. It'd be insane. What a crazy consideration. I know. Yeah, no innovation is just upsetting me here. I want it so badly. You do have to be a little bit careful here if you want to hit province every turn on how much money you leave in your deck, because you have 5 contracts and you want to make sure you can hit 8. So with 2 contracts and a treasurer, you need to have 8 copper, which that's okay. Alright, let's take province here and cut our losses, I'm assuming. The monkey's so strange too. Like 1 monkey, really? Yeah, I'm not in love with this deck TheXtrategist is building. Alright. Sentinel. Oh, hey. I didn't realize Anders bought Piazza. Not innovation, but they did buy Piazza, which is something. It did give them an extra action this turn, and a card, which is quite nice. Yeah, this trickster has just not been very good. Contract. Uh-huh. Okay. So yet again, you're looking at not tons. I'm probably playing Treasure and Tanuki here more than I'm playing Monkey. You've got 2 lackeys set aside. You can get Tanuki lackeys into literally anything better. You can just do lackeys to lackeys. It's a free villager. No more monkey for us. We don't want any more monkeys. Okay, another contractor. You can add lackeys into that contract. And you're going to try to do duration balance stuff. Okay. So now you've got weird duration balance, but fine. Alright. Your 2 provinces up, so it's hard to catch you at this point. I guess the idea is the turn you have the 4 contracts, you can just mill province with Tanuki instead of playing your treasurer. Okay. Or you can just do anything else with Tanuki, I guess. It's reasonable, I guess. Yeah, sure. Ends the game faster if you can take 2 provinces every 2 turns. Take 3 provinces every 2 turns. Coffer to lackeys. Okay, lackeys are empty. No more villagers for any of you. I take a key switch here. Yeah, it's a key switch. But you could treasure copper here, but yeah. Lackey's the trickster. Okay. Or contract the trickster. Not. I don't know. I think I would have done Sentinel lackeys there, because Sentinel can set up your Piazza hitting too. Okay. We're sitting here with $8. Probably just taking the key and provincing. Feels reasonable. Maybe that 6 contract was a good play. I don't know. And I don't think 6. Yeah, no. Anders needs to gain a copper back here to province, because they have 7 from merchant. But yeah, it's not a good looking sign for them. I guess you could also turn something. You could do like, yeah. Sentinel in the contract, which you're still not hitting 5 with. He forfeits. GG's. No. That's not how this works. You can't just forfeit the last 2 games. I don't know how they're going to play. They've got to play the rest of their match at some point. Yes. There's a strategist with a commanding 3.5 to 0.5. Are we going to see a resign here? There we go. Okay. Well, congratulations to the strategist for getting to see next season. And I'm probably not going to be able to record for the last 2 games on Sunday. But these are some 4 interesting games there, so definitely worth some things looking over. But thanks for tuning in, and we got a good weekend ahead of us.